Yo, hey, yo, what's up, y'all? Today, we're going to be doing a couple of things. We're going to be doing inner tie rods on the RL. And while I'm at it, I also have to change my brake pads. And while I'm doing that, I may also change my brake calipers. I have a little upgrade, a little sneak peek. You guys have to see what that brake upgrade is if we get to doing that today. But first, let's just go ahead and get the tire out the way. So first, we're going to start with the passenger side, and obvious, we're going to jack up the car, take the wheel off, and then go from there. All right, here we are, jacked up, wheel is off. First thing in order, we need to get our outer tie rod off. So that means taking apart this cotter pin, of course. Takes a little bit, especially one-handed. Get right back to you. All right, next, now that the pin is out, this is a 19. Loosen that up. Yep. All right, we ran into the problem where the studs are twisting with the nut. So what you do really, if you can't get a jack or get anything and apply some type of weight or pressure to the bottom of this tie rod ball joint end, that should help loosen it up. Let's see now. Right off. Let it down. And to get it out, we want to get our sludge hammer and hit in this section right there. There you go. Lucky hit. Next, get our, let's see, suspect this. It's not that bad. I could probably get another one, actually. I think I will replace this while I'm here. But get our wrench, loosen this nut here, and then count the number of twists that we did to remove this tie rod. It's the outer tie rod. All right, I used a 19 millimeter wrench and twisted this nut clockwise. Now let's twist our tie rod off and count the twists. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 17 turns. Remember that. All right, next up will be to turn the car on, and in this case, we're working on the passenger side first. So we're going to turn the wheel all the way to the left, so that this inner tie rod can push closer out to us, so we can have more room. All right, I got the boot off. What I did was got a long pry bar and felt for this little like nipple here and hammered it off until it popped. This is not reusable. They never are, so don't try it. And then after I took off the nut and pulled the dust boot off, here is our outer tie rod. Look at all the play there. You know, it's kind of chewed up. It's really loose. So yeah. old tie rod. Compare that to our new one. This one's stiff. This one has kind of worn away. All right, to get this off, I will usually use the tie rod end socket, but my store didn't have it, so I'm gonna use a pair of channel locks right here to kind of grip on and twist it off. So yeah, these are channel locks. Broke this loose, twist it counterclockwise, take it all the way off. There you go. Where'd that go? There we go. Compare the old with the new. Looking good. All right. There's a new washer. These locking tabs have to fit this way. If you see these two tabs right here, they go there. So make sure that those line up when we put our new tie rod on. Start to thread them on. And if you have a torque wrench with the proper socket in, it should be 65 foot-pounds. And make sure these slide in, and then tighten it down. All right, be sure to take this new nut off so we can slide the boot back on. If your boot is cracked, of course, replace it. This boot is fine. Slide it on. Boom, boom. And then it'll be easier now for us to turn the car back on and turn the wheel back the other way, so we don't have to stretch the boot so hard. Boot is on. Towards the back, try to zoom in. That back area, there's supposed to be that clip that we took off. I was gonna try to use like metal clamps, but the screw-on kind, but it's gonna be like difficult to really even fit a wrench or anything or a screwdriver behind there. So I'm gonna take a quick run to the store and get some zip ties. They need to be pretty long. And then while I'm there at the store, I might as well get another tie rod, outer tie rod, and make it all fresh up front. All right, got our new tie rod. Remember, we counted 17 twists, starting from the upward position. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Got it on. This is a new one, so we don't need to use the whole jack trick. Tighten it down, and then don't forget to use our 19 to tighten the back nut here, like so. Want to tighten it counterclockwise. My bad, I mean clockwise. My bad, I mean counterclockwise. What am I talking about? Yeah. Alrighty. I'm on bags, so when you jack up your car, you need to deflate your bag so you don't pull any extra tension. So now I need to add more air to the system before I put it down on the floor. But if you were static or anything else, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Hey yo, here we are, it's day 2. I just finished the tie rods. It's been raining and all that stuff, but finally we got some sunshine. and show you what our brake upgrade is. I've got the driver's side jacked up. All right, and we're changing out all 4 rotors, calipers and pads for a fresh set of rebuilt RL calipers and drill and slaughter rotors. These calipers, even though they say Brembo, they are exactly the same as the factory Advix, and it's gonna look nice, you know, as far as the whole show look that we're gonna be going for and whatnot, and it's all gonna work out pretty nice, straight direct fit and all that. But for those who don't know how to, you know, replace a caliper or whatever, that you know, this will help you. We're also gonna bleed the brakes, so if you don't know how to bleed brakes, I'll show you how to do that too. I'm gonna start at the back caliper and pick up from there. In my case, I'm gonna take off this spacer, and then to take the caliper off, it's 2 12s, 1 2, and then the bracket is 2 17s, I believe. Gotta double check when I get under there. Also, we're gonna want to take the brake line off and whatnot. So let's just start with, like I said, the spacer, and then this top portion of the caliper. All right, the top half of our caliper is off. We can just set this to the side. Like I said, these were just pins. Were 2 12s, and now the bracket itself are 17s. So just 2 17s. Loosen those, take those nuts off, and then this whole bracket will come off. All right, now if you guys remember from a previous video, we got our rotor screws right here, right? And to get that out, we're gonna use our impact screwdriver. All right, right here. Boom, and then our bit right here. How this works, line it up in the splines, and as you hit, it loosens. There you go. Now remember, we got our e-brake on. If you want to take this back rotor off, you have to take the e-brake off to slide it off. E-brake is off, and just and boom. Right now would be a good time to hit up some brake clean and just clean this whole area. And then do the same for our new rotor before we put it on. All right, this fastener we're gonna pry off from right here. This little flip up faces up this way. So remember that one for installation. Nice little trick or tip is to get a vice grip, right, which is right here, sorry, and pinch this brake line. Why? So we can stop the flow and we don't make a big, you know, leaky mess of brake fluid once we undo these 2 brake line fasteners. You want to use a brake line wrench so that you don't strip this bolt, okay? And they're both 10s. So this nut right here on the bracket for the brake hose will not come out. I'm gonna strip it if I keep trying. So since it's hidden and it can't be seen, I'm gonna leave it. But now it's time for reassembly. Put everything back in reverse order. So rotor first, brake caliper bracket, and then the brake caliper, and then the brake line. All right, everything back together in the rear. Bleeding is the last step, guys, remember that. All right, now onto the front. All right, front caliper, we got 2 19mm bolts, 2 10mm bolts for our brake hose. Squeeze the brake hose before you undo the brake line from the back. And then remove our rotor. Like day 7. had some things coming up, but all calipers are on. Now we're gonna bleed them. For the RL, it goes passenger rear, then driver rear, then passenger front, then driver front. Usually it takes 2 people. Me, I'm gonna be pressing the brakes. So all you do is 1, 2, 3 and hold. And then my partner here, Jamie, he's gonna let the bleeder valve loose, and then my foot's gonna go to the floor. I need to hold my foot still until he closes the bleeder valve, and then I repeat until no more bubbles comes out. So yeah, we're gonna do one and then you pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the floor.
And there's bubbles right here. That means there's air. All right, you're good?
Let go?
Yep.
All right, let it go. Pump it again.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the floor.
Good?
All right, let him go. One more time.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Floor. All right. The other thing you need to worry about is making sure that you don't run out of brake fluid. So after each corner, go ahead and check. Make sure it's not too low. Right. And we'll just add some more. Always do it with the cap on though. Only bleed the brakes with the cap on. Yep. Just make sure it doesn't run dry. You'll be all set. Like I said, in what order? Passenger rear, driver rear, passenger front, driver front. You do that because you do each caliper farthest away from the brake master cylinder first in that order. All right. Do the rest and pick it up from there.